All right. Well, welcome back to the Fourth Place podcast.
Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Fourth Place podcast. James, good to see you again this week.
Yes.
What have we got in
What
the
a
world?
wankery way to introduce it. Why not?
Yeah. well, let's see how you're
it's
dressed.
a wonderful day out there. And
You're
the weather
dressed
is
in
13.
trackies and a hoodie, and
Hey,
I've got dress pants and a cashmere top
Actually,
on. So,
I believe that the only comment from the last one was about how shit you are dressing. So,
well, thank you.
not from me, from some random.
From someone else, yeah. Well, okay. I've got a professional stylist for that, so
It's his fault.
it's his fault, to be honest.
Well, speaking of fashion,
Yes.
our first story is about Britain's most popular pubic hairstyle has been revealed.
Yeah, and what
It's-
is that?
Well, it's attractive to both men and women.
Yep.
God damn, they write these things long. The most popular bikini wax is still the Brazilian,
Yep.
but we are noticing more clients requesting to leave hair on the pubic region rather than the all off associated with a Hollywood.
Yep.
Women are still keen to remove all the hair from the labia and crack as it feels smoother, heightens sexual activity, and is more hygienic.
Okay.
Apparently, blokes are fans of natural-looking women too. Manscaped recently conducted a study of 1,000 British men, finding that two-thirds prefer women to have some hair on their body.
Yeah.
Data showed a whopping 63% were attracted to either a natural-looking woman or a bit of hair, but not too much.
Yep.
Anyway, that's yes.
So what's your preference?
Well, apparently last year's I'm just gonna say this, the dirty martini without even reading what it is. But that was last year's hottest new pubic trend.
Well, what is the dirty martini?
This style is when the hair is removed at the sides and underneath, but leaving a landing strip. You have a small triangle instead, like the shape of a martini glass. Oh, so you have like a martini glass.
That's okay.
Well,
It's
if
an
you
interesting way to get waxed.
if you were to like finish on the top, then you can
Yeah,
add your cream
yeah,
to your martini.
Yeah,
And
true. Chuck a couple of green olives in there and start sipping away, basically.
So we're slowly easing into a theme here because our next story is that a British mom changed her surname to Camel Toe whilst out drinking on holiday. Lisa Bell, who's 40, so she should probably know better.
You would think so.
She was on a boozy holiday in the Spanish resort when she decided to get a tattoo of a camel on her left foot, on her toe, which makes it perfect.
Yep.
She then spent the rest of the day approaching men in her hotel and asking if they'd like to see her camel toe.
Oh, God.
Now
So
that
she
is
changed. So she
that is a perfect pickup line. Hey, do you want to
Would
see
see
my
my
camel
camel
toe?
wow. So she changed her name
well, yeah.
to Camel. What'd she change it to again? Camel Toe.
So yeah, she after getting back home, she then paid £40. Now that's where it's kind of ridiculous. The fact that it only costs £40 to change your name.
Well, it's all you got to do is go down to the local office and get your
Pay
name changed.
£40
and
to change it.
Change your name to Camel Toe.
Now her checkbook and tax account bear the X-rated title, and she even had to tell her new employer.
Camel Toe. Wow. I'll tell you, I got a story about names and people changing that are quite interesting. I was watching a game show. It's a UK game show.
Yeah.
That you can actually look it up on YouTube. You can look it up. You can see the footage of this on YouTube. So the question was, in what Olympic sport does a German athlete by the name of Fanny Schmeller? This is not a joke. The German, and whoever this is out there, the person's name when they were an athlete, German athlete, was called Fanny Schmeller. Can you imagine having that?
Well, what was the answer? You've got us left us hanging here.
They were a skier.
Wow. Can't really say I'm down with all the names of.
Well, I didn't know that. I didn't know that either.
Well, going back to Miss Camel.
You could go all kinds of ways with.
Well, we need to. Why do you always want to? You want to go into fanny smelling when we're trying to talk about camel toes here.
Fanny Schmeller going down.
Priorities.
Fanny Schmeller going down a ski run is as good as a British person changing their name.
Yeah, but this woman's a complete nutcase.
Anyway, back to the camel toe.
Yeah. So her son was in tears because he thought he'd have to change his name too. And then she says if she ever gets married, the man would have to take her name so that the name doesn't go extinct.
Oh, dear Lord. Oh, God.
She's my hero.
That is brilliant.
She said at the time she researched it and there's no one else in the world with the name.
No one. Who would call themselves camel toe? Maybe like some other, maybe if it's in some other language.
Yeah.
That it translates into whatever.
Yeah, well, plenty of people would have it in that, but yeah. I'm surprised that they don't have like some kind of. There's got to be like some level of but protection on your name.
Yeah, but camel.
I mean that does just remind me of the people that changed their son's name to Adolf Hitler.
Yeah, well, anyway, why you would want to do? Who knows why they would want to.
Yeah, but you would think that people would be blocked from. Well, if you can just change your name to anything, right, and it's only £40, then why not change your name to "fuck you, you fucking fuck," and then go to Starbucks, and when they ask your name, "Fuck you, you fucking fuck."
Obviously, there's.
Oh no! There's a much better way of doing it.
Oh wow!
You go to Starbucks, right? So you change your name legally to Coffee Frappuccino. But you never order a coffee frappuccino. Sure. So when they're talking about the order, it's like coffee frappuccino, large, whatever, and then you just completely fuck with the system.
That's quite funny actually.
Worth it just for the joke.
Well, it would be, but can you imagine getting called coffee frappuccino for however long?
Do you know how cool that would be if you like?
Oh. That'd be something.
I feel like you should spend the £40 and change.
No, I'm not going to spend the £40 and change.
Come on,
it'd
be coffee frappuccino the motivator.
Coffee. It doesn't have much of a ring to it.
It does.
I think considering you're the one who likes Starbucks so much, whatever your favorite drink is, we'll change your name.
It's got to be the name of a drink you don't actually drink.
Well, okay. Well, whatever it is.
In any event,
have like a strawberry sundae. Have like a strawberry mochaccino or something.
Yeah, well,
that'd be an interesting one.
We've passed our time with this. So
anyway, moving on.
I hear that you were very angry this week about a certain voting blunder.
Yes.
Keep going. As an avid fan of The Voice.
Yes.
You were left fuming after they claim a technical error. You claim a technical error could have altered the outcome of Sunday night's finale.
They made a mess of this.
I didn't even know it was on or even know that this was a thing.
Well,
People are saying it was rigged.
I was actually, unfortunately, otherwise occupied during that particular episode.
God, you must have been so sad to miss that.
It is only The Voice after all, let's be honest.
Your favorite show?
Yes, well, there's things called recording things to watch at a later date.
Okay.
So
you didn't miss it?
Well, I haven't actually watched it yet. I've only...
Oh, well, we can spoil the ending for you and ruin your day.
Well, no, I've already seen it on social media anyway, so it doesn't make a difference.
I don't even know if you're joking at this point, whether you actually recorded it or not. Wait, did you actually record this?
No, I haven't actually. No, I've never actually watched The Voice. It was good to think that for a second you thought I'd actually.
No, the way you were being weird about it was like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, but see, the thing was, I actually heard about how they fucked this up.
How did they fuck it up?
So, as you said, there was some technical because they thought one person votes from one. There was some technical with how the votes were being calculated with the website or the phone calls or whatever had been coming in for one person, and it was allocated elsewhere in the system, whatever the hell it was. And the whole thing, the whole thing was apparently it was made a mess of. So,
how will we go on? How will we continue as a country?
Quite easily. The Voice isn't going to be on TV for the rest of the year.
Yeah, but isn't it only on what? I don't even. Who cares?
It's on free to air, which, well, let's be
Anyway,
honest.
Belle Delphine is selling her bathwater, and everyone is making videos about it. She started. Have you heard about this crap? First, she started selling individual parts of it. Now she's unveiled the thing where she'll actually sell a whole tub of her bath water for 10 grand and send photos or videos of her in it. Anyway, so everyone's worrying about that. But my question with this whole thing is, how do you know that it's authentic?
Oh, it's probably not. Let's be honest.
How do you prove the authenticity of the water?
I don't know. I don't think it's actually possible to.
Imagine spending 10 grand on someone's bath water and then finding out it's not actually.
Well, you know what? If you can make someone spend 10 grand on your bath water, you deserve the 10 grand.
But it then brings up.
If they give you 10 grand for your bath water or what they think is your bath water, then that's their own choice.
Yeah, but like this brings up the next level of like these people out there, there's like a whole world of people selling used panties. So how do you authenticate that the person is like, you could claim that the Victoria's Secret panties you're wearing were worn by a woman and then sell them?
I could claim all kinds of things, but that's not the case. And that's not going to happen. So no.
What part of that is no? You're not going to pretend that it was worn by a woman. You'll just be honest and say they were worn by you.
Well, I haven't worn Victoria's Secret panties. And
it's on record. You said it. Why would you say it if you
not? You're going to stitch me up.
No, but you said it.
I didn't. But anyway, whatever. Moving on.
Well, we're just going to insert a nice recording of you saying
yes, I know you're going to. I know it's good fun when you.
What?
It's wonderful how the magic of television and production works.
This is not television.
Well, podcast, video,
I hate
and
to break
recording
it to you,
stuff.
but this is not TV.
No, we're not TV. Actually, I lose track of where I am sometimes. Let's be honest.
I don't know how you would lose track and think that this is somehow TV. But
no,
anyway.
well, it's not. There's a camera right there, and we're talking to you people out there. So,
well, we're really just talking to ourselves.
Well, I know we're talking to ourselves, but people out there like what some people like watching what we're doing.
Maybe. Okay. Well, now we get on to my new segment, which is quite an in-depth thing.
I'm looking forward to this. You've hyped this up quite a fair bit.
So this new segment is called Immoral Advice. Giving people advice on things that they probably shouldn't actually be doing.
You're perfect for this.
Well, not just me, the internet as well.
Yes.
I found some absolute gems.
Yep.
Some of them start off, so we'll ease into it with some basics. So have lunch break an hour before your supervisors, so when they go on lunch, you get double the break.
That's actually quite smart, to be honest.
It is. When 7-Eleven is giving out one of their free Slurpee days, you go to multiple 7-Elevens.
Yeah, well,
I mean, that's a bit.
I think everyone does that anyway.
If you're running late for a flight, stop at somebody's house and tell them that your car has a flat tire. And your phone doesn't have battery. Ask to use their phone. Call the airport and report a bomb threat. Continue to airport. Wait till all is clear is announced and board. Do not use your own phone. That's a very clear.
Yeah.
Now, what I learned this week is this also works with the NHL as well. So if you bet on an NHL finals game and it gets cancelled, the way that the NHL works is that they replay that game at another date.
Yeah.
So if you bet on the game and it looks like your bet's going to lose, call in a bomb threat, get the game cancelled. Then you get a second shot at winning your bet. And repeat as many times as necessary.
Until the bet wins.
Now, I did have a thing like that kind of went my way where last year in the Big Bash League, where the the power went out, so the lights weren't working. And I bet on a team that were clearly going to lose. Yeah. And thanks to the power outage, the game got called off.
It got called, yeah.
And I've never cheered so much for the power to stay out in my life. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. I remember hearing about that.
When on a crowded airplane, if a bag is stored in an overhead bin that doesn't belong to anyone who's sitting in the designated seats for that area or within eyesight of the area, remove it and hand it to a cabin attendant and say you wish to check in your own bag. Now this is a kind of a basic one, but if you want to take liquid on a plane that's over 100 mils, you swap the labels out on the bottle with something that is 100 mils, and as long as the bottle isn't massive, they're not going to notice.
Yes, that is definitely. I'm going to contradict and say, don't fuck with airport security. You could end up in fucking federal prison no matter where you are in the world. It's a bit of a laugh. Yeah, true, but still,
10 years in jail, but you don't miss your flight. I mean, it's kind of worth it. You got to weigh up the positives and negatives of
10 years of jail or missing my flight. I don't know which I'd take.
I don't know which I'd be more angry at.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's true. Anyway, next one.
Okay, next one. And this one's quite ingenious. So you create a fake shopping website that lists products that you want for extremely low prices.
Yep.
And then now you go to other stores and price match.
Okay.
Genius.
So how does...
All stores that price match, you then open your own store on a website.
That's a good idea, actually. Yeah, you price match something for really fucking cheap.
Save business cards of people you don't like, and if you ever hit a parked car accidentally, just write sorry and put it on the windshield.
Oh, that's good. That's quite fun. Yeah,
as I said, there's some absolute golden.
That's a really good one, actually.
Yeah. Give your kids a bag of coal for Christmas this year.
Yeah.
When they cry, just tell them Santa is wrong and you'll get it sorted. Once the shop's open, buy what they ask for. Yep. They will think you are a legend and Santa is a dick.
Yep.
And you will get the presents for half price.
Yeah, that is actually good.
It's the ultimate way to win.
Everybody remember, there's always the sales after Christmas.
Or just don't tell them that Santa's real and then just...
Yeah, that too, actually.
Yeah.
That's true.
I don't know. I feel like for me that exposing that Santa is fake has to be a whole ordeal and like a more elaborate.
Yeah,
completely mess with them.
You gotta at least drag your kids along for I don't know until
a few years, and then one
at least all through primary school, I reckon.
And then one day when they wake up for Christmas morning, they wake up to the scene of a dead body with an axe in it. And you're just sitting in the corner with blood all over you saying, it's okay now, he's gone.
Santa's gone.
Santa's gone to a better place.
That's a bit much, but anyway.
Well, this dickhead's taking credit for all your work and money.
True.
You spend all this money and buy shit and then this imaginary dickhead takes credit for it all.
Yeah, well, you let the kids believe for as long as they believe.
Yeah, I say ruin it young.
Ruin it young.
Ease them into life. Okay.
Anyway.
Well, Mr. like yawning and like he's going to fall asleep.
Sorry, I've had a very busy day trying to become a success.
Yeah, well, you failed. If you get caught sleeping at your desk...
Yes.
Just say that they told me at the blood bank this would happen. But ask for a reason.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, good one. I like it.
If a computer illiterate relative relative/friend asks you to fix their slow computer, boost their cursor speed by a notch or two, they'll instantly notice a difference and thank you.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't. Yeah.
That reminds me of a great story of having to help someone because they accidentally saved their desktop as porn and didn't know how to change it.
Oh, that would have gone down very well, let's be honest.
Yeah, who cares?
No, I wouldn't want to save them. I just want to let it.
Yeah, but yeah. If you glue a dead wasp to the palm of your hand, you can hit your boss on the back of the head as hard as you like and act like you saved him.
Yeah, okay.
Some of these are absolute genius.
That is quite genius, to be honest.
As a parent of a baby, smell their diaper. If you don't smell poop, say, whoa, somebody has a poopy diaper. Then take them to the other room and pretend to change them. Then the next time they poop, tell your spouse, it's your turn. I changed them last.
That's a good one, actually. I don't know if you ever want to have kids one day.
Well, I want to collect poopy diapers.
But if I'm ever fortunate enough to have kids one day, I think I might just use that one myself.
There's no way I'm changing a poopy diaper ever.
I reckon you will.
I reckon I won't.
I reckn you will. I reckon you'll have no chance. If you have a kid, you'll be changing a shitty diaper.
No.
I will happily wager that you do.
I feel like the only time I would is deliberately if you were in the room, just so I could throw it at you. Hey, Marcus.
Well, see, then you've changed the shitty diaper. That's fine.
That is so going to happen one day.
It very well could. A shitty diaper gets thrown between us across the room.
Hey, Marcus.
Catch.
Oh, wow.
Shit flying across the room. I'm surprised we haven't actually done that yet, to be honest.
Yet. Well, we don't use diapers, so
yeah. No, I'm surprised we haven't found some other form of shit to throw at each other.
Well, maybe we should use adult diapers and throw them at each other.
Adult diapers, yeah.
All right, next one. Want your commercial to be seen by millions of people for free? Put it on YouTube with the title, "The Commercial the Super Bowl Refused to Run."
Oh,
and therefore, this podcast is going to be named "The Commercial the Super Bowl." So if you're wondering why we have this name, it's because we tried to pay.
Super Bowl never run.
We were outbid. We bid 950,000, and
what's the? It's over million. It's millions each advertising slot. For that.
Buy the cheapest tickets available for a sporting event. Once inside, check a Ticketmaster and StubHub for better seats that didn't sell and go sit there.
Yeah, that's a really smart one, actually.
It is and it isn't, because in a lot of places they still check the tickets. You still kind of need some deadbeat ticket attendant who doesn't know.
No, but here's the thing. If you actually walk through a section with enough confidence, then they
yes
won't
and no.
check.
It depends. In enough stadiums they will, and some they won't.
Yeah, so...
I mean, some of those people don't give a shit at all.
Yeah.
And some of them were...
That is a very smart one, though.
Some of them, the whole stadium could be on fire and they wouldn't even notice.
Yeah, that's because they're too busy on their phones texting and what's going on.
Or just daydreaming about.
Yeah, daydreaming and not actually watching what's going on.
All right. Make your edibles in the shape of dog treats and take them anywhere you want. If a drug dog finds them, his handler will just think he's being a silly boy going for the dog treats.
Yeah. Yeah, not bad.
Learn how to read Braille and create a cheat sheet / answer sheet for a test and put it on your hoodie pocket.
Oh, that is
outstanding. You can feel the answers with your fingers without looking away from your test.
Yeah, that is outstanding.
I have a similar one where, you know how in some exams and whatnot you can bring a water bottle in?
Yeah.
You recreate the label of the water and then you put notes within the label.
Or you could just, if you're doing Braille, you could just have dots on around the whole.
You know how fucking hard it would be to learn to read Braille?
Oh, I don't, but I'm saying if you wanted to go.
Do you know how much commitment it takes to cheat in what would take you? It's like 1,000 times the amount of effort.
Of course it is, yes.
A paper due at 11:59, nowhere close to being done. Submit a paper you've done for another class and then use the time between then and when your professor emails you saying, oops, looks like you submitted the wrong paper.
To actually submit. Yeah, that's genius.
Well, I've outsmarted that one. So I discovered in high school that when you open a Word file, there's like, and if you have hidden files open, when a Word file is open, it opens a temporary file.
Yeah.
So what you do is you take the temporary file, rename it to the file of the thing, and then you submit that. And then when the teacher opens it, it comes up with like all dodgy characters and shit. And they think that there's something wrong with their computer, right? And then, so then you have the time until they open it to then say, oh no, but it works perfectly on my computer, to have a look.
Yeah.
And then they ask you to send it to them again. And then this time it works.
You send them the actual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That actually
there's
worked.
some good life hacks for uni students out there.
Or high school.
high school, whatever. There's some good ones.
Need friends. Create an attractive fake Tinder profile of the opposite sex. Start leading them on a bunch of people. Arrange a date with all of them at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
Same place.
Yeah.
Show up as well. Announce that they must have pulled a prank on all of you and suggest you all go drinking together.
That's a great idea.
Tell your friends that you've made them a partial life insurance beneficiary.
Yeah.
They'll feel obligated to do the same for you and will only find out you lied if you die first.
Yeah.
Cannot lose.
Yeah.
If you work in retail, make a fake email and write an email to your boss/store praising yourself. Now that is a great one.
Yeah, that's a very good one, actually.
I read that one and I was like, fuck, why have I never done this?
Yeah. There's plenty of people out there who could do that, and it would probably go down pretty well.
Unless you accidentally send hate about yourself.
Well, you never know.
The problem is you can't be too positive or it's going to be obvious as fuck.
Yeah, I think if you
got to be like 75%.
You've got to be saying they did a really good job and they were just they did their job really well.
Yeah, or
like that.
No, because no one would fucking email about that. It's got to be that they helped me with X.
Yeah,
or whatever.
Yeah, they helped you with this.
I just wanted to send a note.
It's got to be a really specific thing, probably. Yeah.
I think it was Marcus who helped me with XXX.
Yeah, specific. Yeah.
Every time you eat at a restaurant you like, vote it unfriendly for kids on Google reviews.
Oh, yeah, that's
so
good.
You're less likely to have to deal with annoying little kids when you eat there.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. That's a good one.
Starting a new job, no matter what the reality is, you now have 4 alive grandparents. How do you not get that? That means that you have 4 funerals that you have to attend on
if you start
days.
A new job.
Yeah, so when you start a new job,
yeah,
you now have 4 alive grandparents because you're going to have to attend all 4 of their funerals and whatnot.
You start a new job.
Not get that?
If you start a new job.
Yeah. If you're at your current one and then people know that your grandfather died, then you can't get away with it. But if you move to a new job, they don't know your grandfather died.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Jesus, how long do you take to figure that out?
Yeah, sorry, I thought you were talking about you had more. Sorry, I thought you were talking about other funerals. Anyway, not yet. Yeah, cool, gotcha. Yeah, that's a good way to get out of things. That's a good one.
Yeah. Well, it would definitely get past you. You wouldn't even question it.
Yeah, you're right.
6 grandfathers and you'd still be like, oh, I'm so sorry for your loss.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't I think a lot of people wouldn't care out there, to be honest.
I think they probably would. Don't get caught by your boss reading news or sports articles on your computer at work. Quickly copy the content of the article into an email and read it from there. Your boss will think you are dealing with an intensive email and will leave you alone.
That's actually weird.
I actually did that in school. I figured that one out. It's too easy.
Really good.
Another thing I figured out in school is that they would block websites based on words.
Yeah.
So if you use Translate and went to the Chinese version, it got around their blocking.
Yeah. There's so many ways to get around stuff these days.
Yeah. If you're going to cheat on your wife, do it with a married woman. Guaranteed mutual destruction is your safest bet. But I actually disagree with this one. This is the first one that I think is wrong. Because you're more likely to get caught because you've now got them to worry about getting caught. Because if they get caught, then it's going to blow up on you.
Well, yeah, it's twice as bad. You're twice the chance of actually getting caught.
And you have the chance that he's going to go and kill you.
Yeah, that too, to be honest.
Your food business is not getting enough customers. Make a fake hot Tinder profile and tell your dates to meet at your restaurant. Pretend to be late and tell them to order something expensive for you. Then after you serve them, call off the date because your boyfriend/girlfriend found out something.
Oh, that is devious, but very good at the same time.
Yeah, it doesn't always work. We did try to... I don't know if you know this. We tried to put a fake orgy at one of your events to try to bring people in.
Yeah, I do remember that actually. That didn't end up happening. So
yeah, no one came, which is quite disappointing.
Yeah.
But I would love it if just like 10 people rock up thinking there's going to be this massive orgy. And ultimately, they can have their orgy. Everyone else is just going to have to be an awkward.
It's just going to be absolutely awkward. Yeah.
Clean your house perfectly before the first working day of your new housekeeper. When she comes, apologize for the huge mess.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll work.
I feel like you can expand this as well, like fucking with people and like hiring people to do a new job and then do their job before they start.
Yeah.
And then tell them how much work's going to be done.
How much work? Yeah, so you've already done their job, and that if they don't do it to above that standard, then they're completely failing.
Yeah, and you can even do it where like you get a hooker, jizz in your pants, pull them down and say thank you, then leave.
That is an extreme case, but yeah, why not?
Extreme or just regular occurrence?
Well, for some people.
Clean. Sorry, where the fuck am I? Give this same perfume to your wife and your girlfriend. It could save your ass one day. I mean, if you're going to cheat, that is an ingenious move.
Yeah, true.
Want to cut into another lane of traffic, but nobody will let you in? Cut in front of a Tesla. Autopilot will force the car to stop. It's pretty genius.
That's quite
a lot of modern cars have that where they automatically stop.
They automatically stop. Yeah. So you just cut in front of modern fucking cars and they stop because they don't want to. Or they automatically slow them down. Or they automatically slow them down.
It sucks for you to buy an expensive car.
Yeah. That basically says don't buy an expensive car that has like sensors all over it that apparently are safer.
Want to stop spam calls from a scam company? Go to the company's website and enter into your local congressman or government official's office contact info and phone number. Then all of a sudden they will start getting bombarded with spam calls and will take action against it.
Yeah, that's true.
This is pretty ingenious.
Yeah, that'll work.
I when someone calls me for like a spam call, they get in like I always let them hello, how are you?
Yeah.
And then the second they get into their pitch, no, goodbye.
I don't even let them get that far, to be honest.
No, you gotta have fun with it, and like you let them go a little bit so they get their hopes up, and their spiel starts, and then.
Yeah, rip it. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm going to try that one.
They're like, oh, hi, how are you today? I am fantastic. How are you? Oh, that's great. Look, I'm calling about your life insurance. Goodbye.
I'm going to try that one next time.
There was a guy that once he would take those kinds of calls and he'd be like, yeah, sounds fantastic. You know what? I sign me up. Let me just go get my credit card, and then he'd put them on hold, and then he'd just leave his phone on hold, and then see how long they sit on the phone for.
That's so good.
If you can't get your roommate to clean up, create a fake Tinder profile, match with them, and tell them you're coming over. They'll then have the place absolutely spotless.
That's good. Yeah, that works well.
I feel like you could do that with your brother.
I could. Yeah, I definitely could do that.
Starting in a new job, make sure you're not to give 100% on your first day. Always give 75%. That way, if you play it down at 50%, they'll think you're just having a bad day. And if you later start giving 100%, you'll be more likely to get a raise for your improved work effort.
Yeah, I get that. But the problem is, I think a lot more now these days, people see if someone is just absolutely shit at what they do.
Maybe
not. At least some people do.
Well, you can take it even further, and I heard of a story of someone outsourcing their job.
That's a fucking brilliant idea.
They sat at their desk and basically all they did all day, and I think they got away for over a year.
Wow.
They sat at their desk just watching stuff, and basically they VPN their computer into another country and outsourced their job for someone else to do it, and they just sat there while
that is fucking brilliant.
Living the dream. Drug tests at work. Bring in homemade food for the office with slight amounts of THC. They can't fire everyone. But I mean, that only helps you with marijuana. I mean, what if you're a heroin addict?
Yeah, sure.
Give everyone a little bit of heroin?
A little bit of everything. Imagine just the whole imagine all over the place.
Imagine going into work and being like, hey, Marcus, how are you? And then like injecting a little bit of heroin.
Just, bit of everything.
Buy expensive items and place them around your house. Take a video camera and spend 10 minutes filming every room and every item in your house. Return the items to the store. If you are ever in the unfortunate situation of a house fire, this will make insurance fraud 1,000 times easier.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Not bad. Good idea.
I wonder if the people posting this have like done it. Because imagine outing yourself.
I would think, right.
Some of these have to have been done.
They have to have been done.
Yeah.
To come up with these ideas, you have to have done it, I would say. That only makes sense that you've done it to come up with this idea.
Don't feel like working today. Reserve a room for a meeting. Play some low quality jazz music from your phone. And if anyone asks what you're doing, just act frustrated and say you're stuck on hold.
Wow. That is, yeah, not bad. I reckon it'd buy you an hour at least.
No, you can get way more than that.
True.
Having an affair, change your lover's contact name in your phone to likely scam so your primary partner won't question why you're getting so many calls.
Yeah. I know a number of people who have done this.
Really?
Yes. I know a number of people who have done this. Someone very close to me has done this.
Would it be who I'm thinking of?
Yes, it is who you are thinking of. They would put, and this was quite a good idea. So this particular person was sleeping around with multiple people at the same time, and they would put male names for female people.
What if the actual girl found out though? Like, what if?
I don't know, but I'm just saying they were just so that they could get away with what they were doing, especially because more often than not, like most people actually send messages now these days more than anything else.
Yeah.
So it just looks normal if you see like if you see like, say, if you're a heterosexual person and you're a male, and if like, say, a message comes up, just you have a message from the person of the same sex that you are, it looks relatively inconspicuous and not normal. When in actual fact, who knows what the fuck it could actually be.
I heard of someone who accidentally hit print on that and then printed out their text messages.
They're a genius, aren't they? Print their fucking text. Oh.
By mistake.
Well, see, if you're doing this kind of stuff, you need to be diligent and make sure that you're up to date with what's going on.
Yeah. Seems like a lot of effort though.
For some people, it's worth it though.
True. There was one where you can get an app on your phone where basically instead of if you can set numbers where if you get a message or a call from that number, it doesn't actually ring, it goes to the app, and then only when you open the app can you see that.
Yeah, I've heard of those things.
But again, it just seems so much effort.
Well, but some people. In fact, I know I've met a number of people who live double lives at least, and have in very interesting scenarios with multiple relationships.
Well, you were just telling me before about that, so you have multiple lives.
This kind of
Why would you say yes to that?
I don't have multiple lives.
Jesus.
You
probably should, very clearly say that.
I do not have multiple lives. Try to stitch me the fuck up.
You went along with it. What the fuck?
I don't have multiple lives. Anyway, moving on.
College, but they wrote this to college students, but it doesn't just apply to college students. If coffee places have one of those punch card systems, and I've thought about this a lot, where you buy however many cups and then you get one free. You look online for the same hole puncher, and then
that's just too easy.
Yeah, like the one that I go to, their one, the hole is just a love heart, which has got to be so easy to replicate.
You could find one for like $3 on eBay or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're not spending ridiculous money on it.
No.
That actually reminds me of, there was this place that had this like shitty reward system where they didn't think it through, and basically it was based on the dollar amount.
Yeah.
But they were basing it on coffees, but you would get rewards for everything. So if you went there and had breakfast, say you have like a $15 breakfast, then that's like 5 coffees. So all of a sudden, if 2 of you sit there and have coffee and the thing, you're basically getting a free coffee every time you go there. and then they fucked up with the system as well. So it got to the point where we had collected about like 100 free coffees from this place.
Oh my God.
And then they went out of business. No surprise, given how bad they
If they're that bad, then wow, that's awful.
Another one. Create a fake Tinder account with a very handsome person. Don't swipe to anyone for a week and wait to get a bunch of likes. Then change your profile to yourself and then start to swipe. It's pretty ingenious.
Yeah. It's not hard to change photos on Tinder or any of those.
I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you, I was on Tinder for 1 day.
1 day.
1 day. I got on Tinder and all I was doing was I was swiping left instead of right.
Not knowing.
No.
Oh, okay.
Knowingly, I was swiping
I thought you were
left.
like, oh, I want this one. Oh,
I was on Tinder for 1 day and I kept swiping left all the time. So then I just deleted the...
Sorry, mister. My standards are too high for...
Well, I just didn't want to use it anymore. But anyway, that's fine.
Okay, then. If you gift someone a large amount of money, instead have them sue you for personal injury and settle out of court, because if you gift people money over a certain amount, it can be taxable. But if they were to win a personal injury suit for trauma, then they don't have to pay tax.
Depends what country you're in.
Obviously, but
yeah.
You rig your tax laws around.
Well, of course. You like any good, this is the only financial advice I'm going to give to people.
Actually, no. I'm still going to leave the disclaimer. This is not financial advice.
Sorry, can you say the disclaimer?
Only a fucking moron should take financial advice from this idiot. Continue.
Correct. If there are tax laws and ways to get around that so you can, how can I say it? Avoid paying tax, use them.
He speaks for himself and no one should follow him because he has no fucking idea what he's talking about.
There are always good ways to minimize your tax liability.
Yes, well, minimizing tax is very different to avoid paying tax, and avoid is a very dangerous...
Sorry.
I believe that technically it's illegal to tell people to avoid paying tax.
Sorry, I'm going to alter my statement and say there are ways to minimize your tax liability instead of avoiding it.
I think most people wouldn't mind so much if they didn't just waste it on crap.
True.
Yes. All right.
Next.
Unsure if... No, this is going to be quite handy for you.
Yep.
If you're unsure that that the prostitute you want is an undercover cop, ask her the new model first, since it's not illegal and an undercover cop will not do it. However, a prostitute will.
That's true.
It's beating the system.
Yeah.
You might use that one tonight.
No, I won't. Actually,
tomorrow, okay. No, you're a bit busy. You've already done today.
You've already got more chance of using
You've already done it today.
No, I haven't. But anyway, moving on.
Okay. Accuse your significant other of something you know they didn't do and study their reaction. Now you will know how they'll react when they're telling you the truth.
Yeah.
It's ingenious.
It's a smart way, yeah. It's not a bad one, actually.
Well, that's the end of our immoral, unless you have any ideas for...
No, I'm trying to think of what my favorite one was.
There's a lot of gold.
There's a lot of really good ones in there. I think, I can't remember.
I think the prostitute one's obviously going to help you out.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. So, comment below if you've got any more immoral ways that things can be done to help people out. I think that's all for today.
Yes. Good night. Go fuck yourself. He's going to go fuck a prostitute.
No, I'm not.
Oh, where can people buy those Victoria's Secret panties before we get going?
I don't know.
Well, you're selling your...
I'm not selling my own.
But Yeah.
No, I'm not.
You said if people can get away with selling bathwater for 10,000, they should. So
I'm not selling my own Victoria's Secret panties because I don't have any.
you've already sold them.
No, I haven't.
Oh, what? You changed brands?
No. Right. Thank you, guys. That was this episode of the Fourth Place podcast. Good night.
Chuck a bid below for the his panties.
No.
Any reasonable offer will be considered.
Fuck off.